Hello, and thank you for joining us. This is Erin with the Cruising Company, and we are talking today with Steve Perry from Journeys about tropical getaways. And we're looking forward to hearing what's going on, what's new, and take it away, Steve.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you everyone for being here today. It's really appreciated. Today is focused on tropical getaways, and mostly what I want to do is show you some of the current top tropical destinations and give you an idea of what to expect when you're at those destinations and some ideas of things that you can do, meaning types of activities. To start, one of the most popular tropical destinations is, of course, the Caribbean. Now, for Journeys, we offer 75 different types of resorts and villas there. Very popular for all-inclusive, adults-only, or family-friendly options. Also really a popular destination for any kind of destination weddings and groups. They really stand out because you get a lot of bang for your buck in the Caribbean, some great service, great Caribbean food of all different kinds. You have English influence, French influence, Cajun, all different styles of food options within the Caribbean. And then I definitely want to point out things like Club Mobe Lounge. If you go to Jamaica, it's a VIP airport lounge. Many of the destinations offer these. Anytime they do, it's a great option to add that on to your vacation. Now, I'm just going to skim through some of the main islands within the Caribbean that we offer, and you can see a list first of different activities that we can offer and recommend to you. After that, I will highlight just a few of these to really point out some of them. Now, I'll cover it on this slide just so you see there is an idea of some pricing for these. They do vary, of course, by when you're doing them, but it'll give you an idea of what to expect. And then there's codes on there like T for transfers included. FD is a full day activity, which means 7 or more hours. HD means half day, which is between 3 and 6. M stands for meals, means it includes meals. And then the plus sign will be whatever number before that is the minimum age and older. So some do have age restrictions there. In Antigua, a few things that are very popular. Stingray City is very, very popular for anyone who wants to swim with safe stingrays. It's a really nice option for you when you are traveling. There's also some safari tours, which don't require any kind of hiking or activity, but really allows you to go and see the island in an off-road vehicle. Also for Antigua, there's canopy tours. Great destination for canopy. You're going to see a lot of the destinations for tropics do have canopy tours or zipline tours. If you're more familiar with that, plenty of beautiful options going over large canyons, water, you name it. Great options for you. Aruba is very popular for snuba. If you're not familiar with snuba, it's fairly new. It's really combined scuba and snorkeling. So you're able to completely submerge without holding your breath because you basically have a water line that goes to the surface. You can kind of see that in that top left photo there. And the Palm Island includes snuba, and then it also has water park options, and you can add on and do things like massages. For Aruba, you have the sunset sails are really popular here. You have some of the most beautiful sunsets. And in the Bahamas, I would say hands down, most popular option is to do a dolphin experience and be able to swim with dolphin at the Atlantis Resort there. Next up, I'm going to highlight the Dominican Republic as well as Jamaica. Lots of activities in these destinations. They're extremely popular. Dominican Republic is our #1 selling destination in the Caribbean just because it's a great value and there's lots to do there. Jamaica's a close second though. Lots and lots and lots to see and do within Jamaica. For the Dominican Republic, there's a couple different options to get your adrenaline going, including an off-road vehicle, and it even takes you through some rivers. You also have mini jet boat rides, safaris, and of course snorkeling. Also, catamaran cruises are very popular. You're going to find that in the Caribbean, lots of catamaran cruise options. And then Dunn's River Falls in Jamaica, definitely a must. I've done this myself. It's a blast. You basically hike up that waterfall that you can see in some of these photos. And then you can also do a sky ride, which is similar to like if you go skiing and you take the lift up, it's similar to that. And then there's even a bobsled roller coaster option. And then still in Jamaica is also bamboo river rafting. This is going to be more for romance. Anyone who's going maybe honeymoon, anniversary, or just as a couple looking for a nice, peaceful, romantic time, bamboo river rafting is a great option. I already mentioned the VIP lounge. For Jamaica, you do have Club Mobe Lounge. This is what it looks like. Basically, you can do two options. Your arrival, you can have this option and they will speed you through immigration there and basically get you out as quickly as possible and just help you know where to go. On the return, it speeds you through security. You're able to relax in the VIP lounge with free food, drinks, as well as Wi-Fi. St. Lucia and Turks and Caicos, again, quite a bit of options, especially in St. Lucia. St. Lucia is fairly unique compared to most of the other Caribbean destinations because it does have those Piton Mountains, which offer a lot of options for you. So within St. Lucia, again, cruising, snorkeling, both are going to be very popular there. And show you a lot of the island. You can go from port to port within destination and we have many options for that. And then you can also hike the Pitons, which is one of the more popular options because, again, it is very unique in the sense that it has a lot of mountains compared to the other islands within the Caribbean. Turks and Caicos is great for deep sea fishing. So lots of people who are into deep sea fishing want to go to Turks and Caicos. Also do a conch farm and Blue Hills exploration, which takes you kind of into town there and teaches you about history and the culture. So that was Caribbean. I am going pretty fast. I want to really cover these as quickly as possible since there are quite a few here and keep you under 30 minutes. But I do want to highlight South Pacific. This is, again, when you speak of or picture tropical getaways, I'm sure Tahiti is one of the options that you're thinking about. Specifically, Bora Bora is going to be very highly thought of. Within South Pacific, though, we offer Cook Islands, Fiji, as well as Tahiti. 45 different resorts there. All-inclusive is popular or meal-inclusive. I do want to stress that when you're going to Tahiti, try to get an all-inclusive plan or meal-inclusive plan whenever possible. It will save you a lot of money and just make it easier once you're there. You can see Tahiti has a lot of activities. Now, there are multiple islands within Tahiti, but they are listed here. A lot of people think about Tahiti and do not even think about activities. I promise when you're in Tahiti, you're probably going to want to leave your hotel room at some point and go out and do something. So lots to choose from, whether it be romance, which is most popular vacations to Tahiti, or exploration. For example, swimming with sharks as well as stingrays, very popular in Tahiti. That is our #1 booked option for guests traveling to Tahiti. Don't worry, it's safe, I promise. Yes, sharks can be fairly large, but they are used to this. There's been no accidents. I promise you they are safe. Also, a private snorkel and barbecue. It's really focused on romance, allows you to get underwater and explore, takes you on that nice boat there, and then puts you on basically a private island where you're able to have a meal and a drink as well. Then if you're looking to be a little bit more adventurous while you're in Tahiti, this is a combo excursion, 4x4. So you're going on an off-road adventure. Bloody Mary's, which is one of the most popular, definitely the most popular restaurants in the islands, as well as jet skiing. So for those adrenaline junkies there, that's really a fun-filled half day. And then in Moorea, you have ATV excursions, sticking with that adrenaline. See, everyone thought that Tahiti was just focused on romance, right? You can see there's lots of excitement to be had there as well. And then if you want to slow it down and learn about French Polynesia, be able to go to the Tiki Theater dinner as well as Tahitian show, or you can also swim with dolphins here as well. And on the main island of Tahiti, our most popular is the 4x4 excursion. Again, similar to some of the others that we've seen. And then all of the islands do have scuba diving. For anyone that is certified in scuba, you can also be certified while you are there. Next up is Fiji and Cook Islands. A lot of people think about Fiji and really picture Tahiti, but it's very, very different. One of the main differences is, for the most part, overwater bungalows are Tahiti. There are some options in Fiji that have the overwater berets, but it is very different. It is not traditional Fijian. However, Fiji is a great value, and they're known for having the most friendly people in the world. So everyone who goes to Fiji falls in love with it and keeps going back over and over and over again. Cook Islands is actually very similar. When you're talking about some of the smaller island destinations, you're just going to get some really authentic people. Now, some things to do starting in Fiji: you do have off-road cave safaris, and then also river rafting. There's a couple different river rafting options. The one you see in the photo is a little bit more intense. There's also a river jet boat option as well that you can do. Also, there's the day cruise, which is a castaway day cruise. So beautiful boat cruise options. And then the sea spray sailing adventure. So if you're looking for more of a sail opposed to a catamaran type cruise, the sailing is definitely the way to go. All of these show you and include a little bit of the history of Fiji, like the kava ceremonies, which you can see in the middle on the bottom. So I mentioned the jet boat safari or river safari. That's right there, Sigatoka River Safari. I've actually done it. It's a blast. They stop at some local villages so you can meet them, see how the local traditional villages live, as well as have a meal and dance with them. You likely will do a 360 on the way back in that boat. You can get a little bit wet, just fair warning. And then in Fiji, Nadi, the main airport that you will fly into there, also does have a VIP airport lounge. For Cook Islands, there's the 1 Foot Island Bishop Cruise, which again, typical cruise, but it stops so that you can go snorkeling. Some beautiful snorkeling you're not going to see anywhere else. Also includes a meal. And then there's another one that's a cultural experience. If cruising is not your thing and you want to stay on land, being able to learn about Cook Islands, meet the locals, see how they live, and learn about their culture is a great option. Then again, you still have adrenaline. See, these are these island getaways that we all picture out of just being romance and beauty, but they have a lot to offer, including adrenaline. I'm really trying to highlight that for you. Safari 4x4, again, option here. And then, of course, you do have dinner shows, more Polynesian style dancing, as well as food, including fire dancing. All right, next up, Island Getaways, Mexico. So Mexico has had a tough time, I'm not going to lie, over the last couple of years. Media does not do Mexico any favors. Everyone thinks differently of Mexico. If you're a fan of it, that's awesome. I'm a fan of it as well. It is one of my personal top places that I go regularly. And for me, it's just so close, easy to get to, and it's a great value. You have, in my opinion, some of the top luxury resorts, food, as well as service. But it's also popular because you do have all-inclusives, you do have adult only, and you do have family resorts as well. It's the #1 destination for us for destination weddings. One reason why is there's just great wedding package options there. Now, there are some private resort residences if you're looking for more of a private home style. And then any kind of level of luxury service you can get here, private transportation, activities, which I'm going to show. And then you do have the VIP lounge at the Cancun airport. I'm going to start with Cancun, Riviera Maya, and Cozumel. So I think when you think of these areas, the most common thought is going to be water and then history, like some of the temples you can see, like in this photo. And that's true. Definitely the top area to go to for those. So Chichen Itza offers lots and lots of history. You can do shared or private full day meal as well as transportation included. This is a great option for those of you who want to learn about the Mayan history. Also Tulum and Zelha, another great option. This is pretty unique actually. So Zelha is actually it's mainly for like snorkeling as well as relaxing. It's a private area that's a natural aquarium, so you can really in a safe environment just snorkel lots and lots and lots of acreage of water and just great underwater ocean life. They're not captive. It is free. So it's really a nice option for a full day event. And then there's the Park Expedition. This is another full day. Takes you on a lot of options from 4x4 to zip lining, as well as that kind of bamboo raft at the end there as well. Then again, ATV tours are very popular in all of Mexico, really. You can find those in most of the destinations there. And then going to Mexico, might as well enjoy some lobster and go on a nice lobster dinner cruise. For Cozumel, very popular for snorkeling. You're going to have some of the top snorkeling, definitely in Mexico, but the world as well. And then you can also do horseback riding, which is also very common within Mexico. And then for those of you who want to swim with whale sharks, you can do that at a couple different places in Mexico. In Isla Mujeres, you can definitely do that. Really once in a lifetime experience if you're looking for something like that. It's pretty humbling being able to be up next to something that large that's, really friendly and harmless. You can do that here in this area as well as in the Los Cabos area. And then VIP Airport Lounge, I've already talked about for multiple destinations. It is here. Definitely try to add that on to any of your stays. For Los Cabos, my personal favorite in Mexico, lots of private and shared options. I'll highlight a couple for you here. If you're really just looking to get to know Cabo and see the main two towns of Cabo, the Cabo Highlights Tour is a really nice option for you. You can do it shared or you can do it private. It's going to be a half day. Transfers are included as well as meal. And then the Ark at Land's End is really iconic picture. That's what you can see in all of these photos for Cabo. A lot of the resorts there actually look out at this ark. So really nice, beautiful area. There is a beach out there you can go up to. You can actually see it in the middle on the bottom behind those kayakers there. But you can go out there, go kayaking, stand-up paddle boarding. You can also do zip lining. Zip lining is going to have a few different options within Cabo, as well as other adrenaline options, including things like ATVing, horseback, camelback riding, that sort of thing. And then Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit, really beautiful areas for canopy tours. It's lush, it's green, a really beautiful area. You could also swim with dolphins here. And then nothing is better than a catamaran experience when you're in really the west coast of Mexico. So in Puerto Vallarta, being able to take a nice catamarans for either full day option with meal and transfers really allows you to see the beauty of Mexico. And then you can still do wild dolphin as well as snorkeling options here. There is some rappelling for anyone that wants to do rappelling, and then whale watching is actually really popular in this destination. You're going to see some of the best whale watching you can find anywhere in the world. And then for those of you who just want a night entertainment, probably the best nightly entertainment right here, Rhythms of the Night within Puerto Vallarta. It's a half-day experience, and it includes your meal. It's really a unique and entertaining events. Next up, I'm going to show you Guadalajara, Mexico City, Zihuatanejo right here. You can see we do have options there. I'm not going to highlight everything just because they're not quite as common as the other destinations, and I want to get through this in time for you. I do want to also highlight Central America. So right now, Central America, we offer Belize, Costa Rica, and Panama. We're not offering Nicaragua right now. That's just been removed temporarily, but we are offering Belize, Costa Rica, as well as Panama. Beautiful destinations. If you're a coffee lover, this is definitely the place to go. My personal favorite being Costa Rica for that, but lots to see and do. Starting with Belize, one of the most beautiful places you're going to find anywhere. Lots of activities to do there as well, including things as you can see here, like snuba is also popular here, or even cave tubing. But there are Maya temples here as well. You can see those, do a river safari as well. Either way, to see a lot of history and a lot of beauty of Belize. And then, of course, there is the Belize Zoo, which we combine with the cave tubing. So really combines zoo as well as the excitement of cave tubing. And then there are also some creek caves that you can see as well. Marine Reserve and Shark Ray excursion is very popular here. And then I've already mentioned snuba, so I'm not going to talk further about that one. Costa Rica. So I told you that Mexico is one of my personal favorites to go to regularly. Costa Rica is my all-time favorite destination. It's even on our website, and I say that there as well. So I've even put it in writing, not just saying that now. And one reason why is there's so much to do in Costa Rica. This is a list of some of the activities that we have. That's a lot. You have endless options. If you're somebody who wants to be able to go and relax and have amazing service, but still be able to be active, Costa Rica is a perfect place for you. Some of the things you can do there, most popular when you're in the Arenal area, is going to be any kind of volcano tour as well as hot springs. So you have some amazing hot springs and you have amazing volcano view. If you look at that volcano, that's pretty picture perfect. You don't see a lot of volcanoes that just really go up, into a perfect A basically. Really beautiful volcano there. I've done zip lining in Costa Rica. It's amazing. You're in basically a rainforest, and it's really beautiful. You go very high up over canyons. It's a great time. Monteverde Reserve exploration. So if you want to see the cloud forests, this is what you want to do. You can also do a river float and jaguar foundation where you get to float down the river. It's not river rafting, don't worry, it's pretty easy, but then also be able to see some jaguars, in more of a natural habitat. You have the Pure Trek canyoning. So this is going to be kind of rappelling, so really exciting option there. And then great river rafting for those experienced river rafters. You'll be very happy with some of the river rafting options here. Manuel Antonio National Park, as well as the Coffee Estates and La Paz Waterfall. Pretty self-explanatory here. See a national park, have access to that, including meal and transfers. And then one of the best waterfall options, as well as tour a coffee estate. This one combines the coffee estate with the ox cart factory. There's also a horseback riding option, as well as San Jose city exploration. San Jose is one of the main airports that you would fly into as well. Big town, lots to do there. Panama, I think everyone's pretty familiar with the Panama Canal, so that's definitely going to be an option there. But lots of other options for activities to do within Panama. It's a small country, but lots of activities, including being able to see the indigenous people there, the indigenous village, how they live, learn about their culture, their crafts. or we have multiple different historical options for you. So work with your, Cruising Co. specialists, and they can help you out, find the best option for you. And then there's also city and shopping experiences. This basically gets you a guide that takes you to the best places to see, both tourist-wise as well as to shop, and give you tips on showing you the right areas to save the most money and get the best bang for your buck. Panama Canal, I think we're all fairly familiar with. Definitely a must-see. We have activity options to see that, including full-day options that include, more nearby towns, meals, as well as transfers. And then if you want to see the rainforest, might as well. You're in Central America, in Panama, some of the most amazing rainforests. Lots of colors, including frogs like you can see down there. Maybe you'll be lucky and see a sloth as well. So I kept it just under 30 minutes. I know that was a lot. Hopefully I didn't go too fast, but I really just wanted to get you some ideas of what you will experience in each of these tropical destinations, as well as some ideas on options for you to do there. So definitely keep these destinations in mind, and I recommend booking as many of these tours as possible. It will really make your vacation.
Thank you, Stephen, for that. That was amazing. Let me see if we have any questions by anyone before we all go. So, Stephen, out of all of the places that you just mentioned, what do you think is your favorite place, or what would be the first place you'd recommend for somebody looking for a tropical getaway that have never been someplace tropical before?
So that's a hard question because it matters what you're looking for. I did mention my personal favorite to go to is Costa Rica, and it's because there's some beautiful resorts there, and there's a lot to do, from coffee tasting or coffee roasting to zip lining to catamaran cruising to Arenal volcanoes, hot springs. There's just endless options. It can also be romantic if you're going as a couple, going to the Arenal area, to the hot springs. It's a great option, but it really matters what you're looking for and where you've been. So it's honestly a hard question. My personal favorite is going to be Costa Rica overall. For relaxation, my personal favorite would be Mexico. This is something you want to work with your Cruising Co. specialist to help identify that right area for, though.
Perfect. Okay, let me see. In Fiji, are there options to fly through Hawaii and do a stopover?
Yes, you can definitely do that. Fiji does have options to go from Hawaii. That is something that's fairly common, as well as doing Hawaii and Tahiti. Both are options. So yes, you can do that if that's something you're looking for. I recommend a longer vacation if that's what you want to do, though, just because that is a lot of flight time.
Okay. For Antigua, do you know the best cities to depart from the United States that have flights a little bit more direct to the island, or do you have any recommendations for the easiest way to get to Antigua?
Sure. So when you're talking the Caribbean in general, the easiest is usually going to be Miami or Fort Lauderdale. So try to connect through those cities. Nowadays, it's pretty easy, though. We'll be able to tell you the best options with the least amount of connections or the most direct, as well as the easiest cities to go from in terms of getting back through customs on your way back. So depending on where you're coming from, would answer where it will be most likely to route through. So that's something you're going to want to work with your Cruising Co. specialist for as well.
Perfect. I think that is all of our questions that we have. If there's any other questions that you do have, feel free to contact us at info@cruisingco.com or contact your travel consultant. I appreciate you taking the time today to meet with us, Stephen, and share all this amazing information. And we look forward to talking with any of you that have any questions going forward. Thank you all and have a great day.
Thank you, everybody.